Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to
জনসংযোগ ও মার্কেটিং বিভাগের একটি প্রয়াস।
Hello everyone, thank you for joining in to all of our favorite show for the 32nd AP Year Scout Jamboree, which is the Jamboree Show. My name is Rubayat and I'm super excited to be your host for today. Isn't it amazing to see the overwhelming number of audience and their enthusiasm throughout this virtual platform and throughout all these episodes till today? The 32nd AP Year Scout Jamboree 2023 is going to be organized on January 19th to 27th by Bangladesh Scouts. How exciting is that? Before we kickstart our program, I wish to tell you something more exciting. Guess what? Yes, it's about our special guests for today's show. We planned on decorating our show with some inspirational young scouts, and who else could be more inspirational than the regional youth representatives? Hello, hello. It sure is a pleasure having you all with us today. Although we all know you already, but could you tell us about yourselves, please?
Hi, so I'm Diane Eden Villasis from the Boy Scouts of the Philippines and currently the chairman of the Regional Youth Representatives. And with that, I'm also a voting member of the Regional Scout Committee. So it's good to meet everyone.
Lovely. Hi. Hi. Can I move on to our next? Yes, please.
Hi everyone, it's Edison and greetings from Hong Kong. So I'm also one of the regional youth representatives and I'm also a member of the Asia Pacific Regional Communications and External Relations Subcommittee. So today I'm very honored to attend this very great night show with all of you. And let me pass the floor to Cyrene.
Hi everyone. Nice to see everyone here. Thank you for the invite. I'm Zarin Adam, one of the regional youth representatives as well. Currently also a member of the Social Impact Subcommittee. I am from Persekutuan Pengakap Malaysia and currently a Sea Scout in my NSO, involved in the Rover Council and also the National Rover Council over here. So that's a short introduction for now. And I'll pass it to Supreet to introduce himself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adit. Thank you so much, Zarin. Hi, everyone. I'm Supreet Balaji. I'm from the Bharat Scouts and Guides, India, and I'm currently one of the RYR's Regional Youth Representative and also a member of the Educational Methods Subcommittee member for 2022 to 2023, 2022 to 2025. And thank you so much for the invite. I would like to pass it on to Badon.
Hi everyone. So I'm Humara Ibnat Badhon. I'm a rover of Bangladesh Scouts and currently I'm a regional youth representative like my friends and a member of Diversity and Inclusion Subcommittee. Thank you. I'll pass the mic to our host.
Thank you very much. It is a great pleasure having all of you youths like you in our show. It sure inspires all the youths that are watching us today. So I'd like to ask all of you a question. That would be, tell us something about all the scouting experiences and how scouting is done in your NSO, and how are you? If you could tell us about the scouting in your NSO, I'd like to ask all of you about it.
Sorry, I think it was lag on my end. But so for my end, in the Boy Scouts of the Philippines, the BSP is partnered with the Department of Education. So we are somehow also government supported. And so when it comes to schools, we are also school based. But after the pandemic and even during the pandemic, we had a very high decrease of membership. So we also looked into community based right now. So we are trying to expand when it comes to community based projects and community based memberships. So for my contribution in the national level, I currently sit as one of the national executive board members. And I am also a member of the 10 Outstanding Boy Scouts of the Philippines Association. So going back to grassroots level, I am also a Rover Scout of RCU 08 in the Boy Scouts of the Philippines. Lately, I have been more active in the behind the scenes of events or paperworks meetings, mostly conducted online. So I really miss the action when it comes to being on the ground, because we are currently planning for the Sub-Regional Youth Forum in APR. So it's mostly about meetings and getting to communicate with a lot of other NSOs as well. And when it comes to BSP, also having NEB meetings. So hopefully, I soon get back to more actions, conducting events, because after all, that's what scouting is for. So maybe I can pass on the mic to whoever would like to proceed next to the RYRs.
Thank you, Diane. So I'll continue next. I'll introduce what I'm doing in my NSO at the moment and how my NSO is like. So currently, I'm serving as one of the vice chairman of the National Rover Council in Malaysia, and also the chairman of the State Rover Council here in Malaysia, as well as also contributing at the grassroots level in my scout crew and also scout group. So currently more connected to almost all parts of the grassroots. We're involved in a lot of service, relief, and education awareness to the community for now. So a bit of my NSO, we are called Persekutuan Pengakap Malaysia in Malay language, which is in English, the Scouts Association of Malaysia. We are also established in 1908. Similarly to the BSP, like Diane said, it's school-based, and also we have community-based scouting as well. It is supported by the government, by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, one of the largest youth organizations in Malaysia. We have a few, progression age groups. I think similarly to other countries in Malaysia as well. Sub Scouts up to Senior Scouts. We also have Sea Scouts and Air Scouts, which I am wearing today, Sea Scout uniform. And it's all progressing very well post-pandemic, and excited to meet everyone on the ground soon. Thank you. I'll pass it to Edison. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarin, and I'm going to introduce about scouting in Hong Kong. So in Hong Kong, we are currently celebrating 110th anniversary of scouting movement in Hong Kong. So it is a very big celebration that have a lot of events happening on. For example, we have a very giant regatta event where we have sailing, canoeing, and all the sea sports that happens in the Great Victoria Harbour in Hong Kong as well. So upcoming, we will also have Scout Jamboree that may be happening in April. And we are also inviting everyone to join this event as well. So back to me, currently I'm also a leader in the international branch. So we hope to let Scouts to engage more in international events and to meet all of you around the world, so that we can make scouting to be stronger and bond with one another better. So in addition, I also work as a frontline scout leader. I'm an assistant scout leader in my own scout troop. And in Hong Kong, there are a lot of scout groups that are coming from schools. So I'm one of them, and I can see that the scout members there are really like scouting. They are both classmates and as well as best peers in scouting as well. So locally, we do a huge variety of activities like camping, hiking, pioneering, backwoods cooking, all of them that you can experience all around the world. But in Hong Kong, we also really like foot drill. 2 weeks ago, we held one of the largest parades in Hong Kong, which is called the Hong Kong Scout Rally. And we have around more than 10,000 of scouts gathering in a stadium to receive the honor from our chief commissioner, so that we will celebrate with all the chief scouts and dragon scouts, who is also the highest award in Hong Kong. So all in all, so Hong Kong have really fun activities, and I hope we can welcome you all to visit Hong Kong one day. Thank you.
That is very lovely to know about it. I think Suprit is about to say something about it now.
Thank you so much. So I would like to give you a small brief about the Bharat Scouts and Guides India. So scouting in India started in 1909, and we are now with more than 5.7 million scouts, young people who is in the scouting movement in India. And it's school based and community based, so it's mostly on the school based side, because many young people prefer to do scouting along with their education. So we have a lot of scouts who are interested in a lot of adventure serving. So there's many aspects that comes into scouting in India, where people do people serve the community, people go for adventure activities. So it's a really fun activity for scouting. And more towards my scouting experience, I've been in scouting for almost 10 years now, and I'm currently in the Mafeking Rover crew, and I'm a rover there. So it's mostly, now I'm currently pursuing my degree in the university, so I'm mostly in the background, not so much in the foreground. But yeah, it's mostly in the background, so not so much in the foreground. And I think that's all from my side. I would like to pass it on to Badon.
Thank you so much, Suprit. So you can hear the noise of my background because of the World Cup. They are enjoying the game and match, everything. So I'm so sorry for that, but yeah, currently, not like currently. It's like before pandemic, it was it was really nice and smooth. And as you know, that Bangladesh Scouts are currently working on SDGs. So we have a lot of projects. Without that, we have task forces who are working for every program, every task. So during the pandemic, we have a lot of activities through online, and not only that, after pandemic, it's still the same. We are enjoying our every work, and we are very excited for our upcoming Jamboree. We are working, and we are actually trying our best to make it more memorable and more interesting. So that's all from my NSO. As we all know that our community-based scouting level. So yeah, they are doing from their institution. Not only that, they have different group of in scouting, and they are doing pretty well. Not only that, we are also excited for this live show. We was like every day we are waiting for a new live, new guest, and a new information. So that's all, and I am like I'm involved with a lot of task forces, which is like Messenger of Peace, Better World, and Art Tribe, and Dialogue for Peace. And that there are a lot we have. So currently, I'm working on those, and I'm focusing on my project, my own project, Team Wings. So that's all. A lot of work is here. We are doing. That's from me. I'll pass the mic to our host. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing all this from all of you. Oh my goodness, this is so much inspirational. I cannot say how much. I'm sure all the scouts that are watching now must be very excited and inspired like I am. So now I would like to know from our scouts or anyone of you, if you would like to answer that as scouting is the biggest thing that we all have in common. Know about what it means to be an RYR to you. I mean, in general sense, what is it to you?
Okay, that's a really wide topic if we will talk about the RYR, but in a general sense, I think I can speak for all that it is a responsibility of taking up much bigger roles, because now the responsibility is not just us within the NSO. So our NSOs were confident enough to nominate us, and after that being named as RYRs. So now we also serve in the Asia Pacific region. And aside from that, we are now also role models, not just to our fellow scouts in our NSO, but also to the whole Asia Pacific region. So definitely it's an added weight. But then again, we are scouts, so we try our best to inspire others, for even for non-scouts, to join the scouting movement. And it is also fulfilling because we get to meet co-scouts, and like this, we get to have more connections, even though it's not on the ground. We get to meet a lot of scouts even virtually, and at the same time we get to serve more scouts. And in my case, in the regional scout committee, I get to forward, or we get to forward, interests of the young people, so we can see where we can provide something or where we can help, and then after that we can take action on it. And so currently, as RYRs, we are almost 1 year down in our term. So hopefully, after the reunion, we inspire more scouts to respond to the greater call of service for the APR to be RYRs. So I think Zyrene would like to add more onto this.
Thank you, Diane. Really well said. I'd like to echo what Diane said about responsibility of the RIR in the general sense of Asia Pacific region. We are elected during the youth forum, and we are responsible to carry the voice of the youth in the Asia Pacific region. Most of us are designated to a specific subcommittee, like myself, social impact, Badon diversity and inclusion, and so on. And we also have a very important say, a special seat in the regional scout committee with Diane sitting there, which is a very good step forward in the Asia Pacific region, because it is a good step for youth empowerment. As you know, the Asia Pacific region is the largest region in the world of organization of the Scout movement, and we as RYR have the opportunity to bridge the intergenerational gap between the youth and also the adults, and also inspire the grassroots. But one aspect that I feel that is most important is that we have also the opportunity to foster international friendship across borders, across regions, and that is what makes scouting special. The region has so much diverse culture and also background, and we as RYR hope that we can bridge more like-minded scouts together in more activities online, or also like the APR Scout Jamboree, which is coming up in March. So yeah, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. We all have got, some unique and inspirational stories and point of views to share. So it was really lovely to know about all things. So now we would like to watch an AV. So let's go and watch some AVs from our friends. Welcome back after the beautiful AV that we've seen. So now, it is not a matter of surprise that each of you have attended many international jamborees and have had many new and different experiences. So we'd like to hear how impactful it was for you, if you could tell.
Thank you, Rubayat. So talking about jamborees are one of my favorites. To be honest, I've been to more than 5 international jamborees, and each and every jamboree was a new experience for me. New friends, new experiences, new skills, and something new to get back to yourself. So you get back to your country with new skills, you get back to your country with new friends, and more or less you get back the experience that will last lifelong. And that is one of my most favorite part of being in a jamboree. And the impact that has given me is obviously you can learn new skills. After you learn new skills, you get back to your friends in the home, you share it to them, and you share that experience, and many other people will be inspired. So you're inspiring other people. So that is also one of the biggest lessons that we learn as as being a part of a jamboree. So these are some of the impacts that I can think of joining a jamboree or being in a jamboree.
Thank you so much. It is indeed something to treasure for the rest of one's lives. So, and experiences, we'd like to know, what is your favorite part of any jamboree? Anyone can answer that. Like, we've all got, favorite parts of jamborees.
Oh yeah, that is a really interesting question, because my first jamboree is actually in 2017, which is in Mongolia. It is the last Asia Pacific Regional Scout Jamboree. So I really love dancing in the jamboree, as you know, it is a really fun and energetic activity to engage with one another. So this is what jamboree is all about, right? So why dancing is a great activity for an international event is because I think it is more like a universal language that can be enjoyed by people from all around the world. And it can really bring young people together and help them to connect with one another. So it can also break down the barriers and foster a sense of unity of community. So I'm a bad dancer, I would say, but people always laugh at me for my body movement, but I really enjoy that moment. And in the last jamboree, there is a site where all the scouts gather in the evening, and then there are like party nights and also hip hop music, and we all dance together. And it was the most wonderful experience I ever had in an international event.
That is lovely. Is there anyone would like to add something on that?
So adding on to
Yeah. No, super, you can go.
Okay. So adding on to what Edison just told, most important part for me in a jamboree that I look forward is the adventure. And one of the biggest adventures that I look for is river rafting, or something which includes water activities, because water activities is something that increases my energy levels, and it shows me that, okay, you can do so many different things. You can climb up a mountain in a water activity, you'll have water obstacles. So that is something different that I've always experienced and I always love. And water activities is increases your adrenaline. Sorry, I'm not getting the name correct, but it
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline. Okay.
Adrenaline, yes.
Not
Yes.
a doctor, so yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. We all have problems. Like, I might have had problems with pronouncing any one of your names, so you would understand, right? We understand, right? It's all right.
Thank you. So the most important thing is water activities for me, and adventure is the most important part of the whole jamboree. So I would like to look forward for adventures.
That is lovely. I think Diane was about to say something about it.
Yeah, so I was gonna affirm Addison was really like the dancer in the YLTC, so I think we know about that. And then I think my favorite, although it's informal activity, is the trade or exchanging of some scouting items, because even after the scouting event we still talk with our scouting friends and we're like, oh, we get to trade this, and then you will be like so proud, oh, look at this, I have this, do you have this? And then there will be like some competition, some friendly competition, and then it's where your memories will always be at, because you will remember the scouts you exchange with, and then you'll remember them with that thing, although you will not be able to see them anymore or have some sort of communication. One point in our lives we had some sort of like connection with each other, even with that just simple scouting item. So that's one of my favorite activities.
Beautiful, beautiful. I believe many of us would agree with, swapping, with dancing, and with water activities. Thanks to all of you for such beautiful moments, especially in our scouting and in Jamboree. Okay, I'd like to come back with another question, or another query, which is related to our Jamboree. As in, what are you doing as RYR to invite more youth like us to join the Jamboree? Anyone can answer that.
Thank you. And maybe I can provide some of the sharing of this answer. So, a few months ago, we as Our Owls have started a new Instagram page so that we can reach our wider audience. So here we would like to promote our Instagram page. It's called Asia Pacific _RYR. Asia Pacific _RYR. This is an Instagram page, and it includes the Facebook page as well. So we hope to use social media to provide updates about regional youth events, and as well as to share our work and engagement in the region. So we also utilize our youth network, mainly for all the participants who have participated in the most recent regional events. For example, like the most recent youth forum, and as well as the youth leadership training course in the Asia Pacific region. So we rely on these young people coming from all around the region to spread updates from the region. So in particular to the upcoming APR Scout Jamboree, we have also recorded videos about it for promotion, and I hope you all will be watching our sharing at a later stage. And we also, as regional youth representatives, we also highly support this event. As you know, this is the largest event in the most recent years. And together, we will celebrate this great achievement from Asia Pacific region. And last but not least, we would really like to thank Bangladesh Scouts for all your hard work for allowing young people to have such a memorable experience in next month. So we as Our we will continue to use our social network and as well as our social media channels to promote about this Scout Jamboree. And last but not least, we are very pleasure to be here tonight in this wonderful Jamboree show as well, to share about our own experiences and to encourage you all to look forward to this amazing Jamboree.
Indeed, it is really beautiful, and we all are actually thankful for the social media platform that is connecting all of us in this program and in each and every program, and helping us to share our thoughts, our views, and everything. Okay, is there anyone who'd like to talk about it? How are they inviting youths for the Jamboree? Is there anyone who'd like to say about it?
Yeah, maybe I can add on what Addison mentioned also. So in the RC, we invite participants from respective NSOs by means of memorandum that were sent out by the Asia Pacific Regional Support Center. And then as RYRs, we try to connect with scouts in the NSOs of the Asia Pacific region to inform them of the upcoming APR Jamboree, and at the same time to encourage them to actually join. And in our NSO, there were also a lot of memorandums that went out of the international events, and one of those is the APR Jamboree. And we share through our post. I think there have been like 2 to 3 posts that I have already seen calling for more participants to come and join. So you're expecting at least 20 to 30 participants from the Philippines. And as RYRs, we use the easiest and yet the most powerful way of sharing information, which is still through the social media. So aside from that, we also get to connect with more scouts, and we encourage them to join and be informed of the upcoming APR Jamboree.
That is lovely. That is lovely to share your thoughts, and inviting youths is something which is needed actually for having a beautiful and wonderful Jamboree for the 32nd APR Scout Jamboree.
I guess there is some internet issue, right?
Maybe we take this moment to thank you, all the audience around the world. Thank you for watching our great live show for tonight. And it is really our honor for all of us regional youth representatives to share about our own personal experience in Jamboree. You know, actually for me, this is the Jamboree is the first time for me to get exposed to the Asia Pacific region, and I realized that when I go to the Jamboree site, which is in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, I really feel like I belong to a larger. I belong to a bigger family, and I really hope that if you are participating in the next regional Scout Jamboree, you also feel the same as well. And maybe it is your first step, your first activity to engage with Scouts around the region. And I'm sure that if you like this activity, you'll have a lot more opportunities to meet with these friends as well. So this is just some of my sharing, and I really think that you all are not just Scout friends, but also my family members.
Thank you so much. So our host is here. There may be some internet issue. So
yeah, actually. So we've heard from him about about the weather and everything. Is there anything you'd like to add, Badhanapu, to it? Do you want to add anything, or we should go to check our AV?
So we can go to our AV because I think my friends were like fantastic on that.
They sure were. Okay, then let's go and. Welcome back. We have just watched an AV, and now I'd like to go for another question, which is in view of the fact that our Jamboree will occur on January 2023. Besides, the location is beside the seaside. So do you have any idea about the weather of Bangladesh at that time? If anyone would like to answer that.
Thank you so much, Rubaiyat. I think I can go for it. As you know, I'm from Bangladesh.
Yes.
So yeah, so Bangladesh has winter season on November to January. So there will be a bit cold weather. Not only that, we have to keep ourselves warm. And I would like to inform you all that our on ground, 26 degrees Celsius or like 28 degrees Celsius will low heat and humidity falling to 9 degrees Celsius at night. So you have to really keep yourself warm. You have to carry some warm clothes, monkey cap, jacket, and hand gloves. Without that, whatever you just carry, so that that will keep you warm. That's all. And yeah, that will be a seaside place. So there will be like a huge windy and dry weather. So just don't forget to take your windbreaker with you so that you can save yourself from cold, cough, That's all. Thank you, Rubayat.
Thank you a lot, Aku, for sharing these important points with us. So, to our audience watching the show, keep in mind to bring your necessary items that fits for the weather, and you can also do the checklist so that you don't have to, be in any uncomfortable situation or something. So now the question that I want to know from all of you, or anyone can answer about it, that what sort of program that you expect in our 8-year Jamboree, or you want to see, so that it can be memorable for the young scouts. If you have any idea, can you share it with us?
Thank you, Rubayat. I think I can take that question first, and maybe
Please.
my peers can add in later. So I would like just to resonate what Suprit and Addison said earlier. Like Jamboree actually gives you a sense of belonging. I recently just came back from a Jamboree in Malaysia, so a local one, in Kedah, which is north of Malaysia. We had participants from Thailand, Indonesia, and a few neighboring countries. And what I would like to see in this APR Jamboree, which is memorable, are like adventure challenges, like in the water, or rope courses, like river rafting, flying fox, water obstacles. And based on my experience at jamborees, locally and also internationally, like the World Scout Jamboree, is that it is the longest line at any jamboree, and everybody wants to do that. So if you're watching this and you're going to the jamboree, go there first, if because it is the most exciting. And then not to forget, any jamboree has its fun, like dancing, engaging everybody. But the most fun thing about it is, like all the campcraft, campfire, meeting new people, impressive campsites, because every contingent will have like a special thing to bring, majestic pioneering structures. And this is where you meet lifelong friends, swap badges, and get to know people when the friendship activities. And also, one thing that I would like to highlight is that maybe we can also be a force for good, because we can introduce educational experiences which can inspire the youth to continue scouting, and also experience it in their daily lives. For example, STEM related activities, science, technology. In WASM, we have things like Scouts Go Solar, new technology, very fascinating. And also youth these days, especially in the Asia Pacific region, are more exposed to things like technology, AI, coding, drone technology. So if this is the approach that we want to inspire the youth, so that we can develop not only our community but as active citizens, then this is also a fun and memorable thing to do in the jamboree. So I will open the floor to the rest to add on. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, if anyone has any views to share with us about this one. About the question that we just asked.
Yeah, for me, of course, dancing, right? It's just I have shared, right? I really expect there will be a lot of dancing every night, and especially I would like to expect some like traditional scout events, like for example the Scouts On or the Scout Campfire. We all have experienced these kind of events, but I believe that it will be much more meaningful or much more memorable if we are doing this again in a very large campsite with scouts all around the world. Because I believe that these are the events that make scouting unique, and these are the events that is common all around the world, and it will be the best moment for us to experience such big events in another part of the world where the young people are not really familiar with the people that they have never been seen in their life before. And so I really hope that this January will really create some very memorable moments to the young people. And I believe that these traditional events can be part of it, that helps them to to picture this kind of best moment, and then they will share to their friends that, okay, Jamboree is the best event in scouting.
Beautiful, beautiful. Are you all coming to the APRJ? I really wish to see you all, and especially when Edison has got, dance moves and everything. It would be very fun if we see you in our Jamboree and everything. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and views. Okay, would like to read some comments now. Tahriba Anika, Rover Shamsul Haq, Rover SK Naimul, Risat Ahmed, Sakib Hassan, Kanishka Shehrazad, MD Hussein, they're all with us and they're wishing all of us good, and they're liking Diane's especially Diane's speech especially, and they're saying, it's Kanishka Shehrazad saying, we all are a big happy family. She's appreciating Edison, as well as Badanapu, and then Daniel is here, Ruhi Jahan's here, Utsha Datta is here, Sheikh Sohel, he's giving us hearts. Okay, Sharia Iman saying waiting for camp movement. Taslimul Hussein and many more are with us, sharing their thoughts and good thoughts and views with us. There are Rover SK Abu Sajid, there are Shahadat Hussein Rahat, and many more. Okay, thank you so much for sharing all this love with us together, in this platform, be it online or be it, in person. So I'd like to go to a question, which is actually to our chairperson for RYR. As you're the chairperson for RYR of APR, Asia Pacific region, how are you managing things and keeping team informed? Hence, you represent a major community of the youth. We'd like to know about it from you.
Okay. Actually, I think it's more of from the time of the election, just a brief background, the regional youth representatives get to elect their chairman. So it's among us to decide who will be the chairman. And aside from that, the regional youth representatives are divided among the APR subcommittees. So we are all spread apart or with our subcommittees. And aside from that, in the regional scout committee, I am seated as the chairman and also as a voting member. So even though there are a lot of activities that we still need to plan for the coming triennium, it takes a lot of partnerships with the subcommittees as well, and it is strategically done because the APR has put also RYRs in those subcommittees. So currently, we are planning for the Sub-Regional Youth Forum, which will take place first in East Asia, and then one of which will also take place in our region. So hopefully you will stay tuned for that, and you will also be participating in our Sub-Regional Youth Forum. So what we are doing now is collaborating with the youth engagement, wherein one of our regional youth representatives sit, who is Ujas, who was also here last time. So that's what happened. So it's more of strategically doing things. And at the same time, us RYRs, we meet at least once a month to talk about key activities that we must do. And also we have a timeline for the activities that we must accomplish within the APR plan. And at the same time, as if there are scouts who would like to approach us to help when it comes to their NSO, we are trying our best to do or to help them. So if there is things that you need when it comes to your National Scout Youth Forum or anything that we hopefully can do something, you may also freely reach us with the page that Addison mentioned a while ago. So we are managing the page, so you can directly contact us there. So I hope that answered the question when it comes to managing it. And I'm just very thankful that I have here the RYRs who are very much active in the subcommittees and also with the work of the RYRs as a whole as well. And of course, we wouldn't have done it very well without the support of the APR Support Center and the Regional Scout Committee as well. So it is also with our NSOs that really help us and support us as well.
That is very lovely. That is very lovely. Indeed, it is inspiring, and it teaches us that we are someone, we are a group of people that can do anything if we wish and if we desire to do it, and if we actually plan on doing it. Thank you for sharing it with us. Now that a question that suddenly, got in my mind. I mean, as we're talking about Jamboree, we must be, talking about safe from harm policy. So, can anyone answer, or if you as a chairperson would like to answer that, as how can we implement, or what should we be doing for, implementing our safe from harm policy? Thank you.
Yeah, so maybe I can do a little sharing. So there is a
Sure.
task force that was created in the Regional Scout Committee recently. It's the Task Force for Safe from Harm. So we will be having some suggestions for the World Scout Committee. I think the deadline is in March 2023. So when it comes to safe from harm, this is also what I have shared with my NSO. The key here is the safe from harm was created in a way that it was generalized. So it's up to the NSO to actually localize it, because the idea there was that we have different cultures and we have different approaches to these situations. So when it comes to safe from harm, it's more important that the NSO take action onto it. So currently there are level 0, 1, 2, and 3, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to safe from harm. And what happens is there are those that level 0 is there is really no implementation, or there is no knowledge when it comes to safe from harm. Level 1 is, I think it's just knowing what safe from harm is and then doing the safe from harm certificates. And then the second level, or the third, I'm not entirely sure, please correct me with the levels, but it's more of having already a steady and a concrete safe from harm policy in your own NSO. So when it comes to your policies, you will be the one to know what key actions you would like to do. So it's hard to say from a different NSO to another NSO what you should be doing, because it's still within your NSO to take key actions in this part. So hopefully, as scouts, you are more aware of what is taking place or what you need when it comes to safe from harm. And so you can suggest this to your NSOs to implement this also for the safetyness of the upcoming Jamboree in Bangladesh. So that's what we are seeing when it comes to safe from harm and their NSOs as well.
Well,
Thanks,
that was a
Diane.
brief discussion. Yes, if you could add something, Zareen, please.
Yep. It's a good question, Rubayat. And like to add,
Thank you.
from my experience, safe from harm is a very important aspect in jamborees, especially world jamborees, APR jamborees, and also local jamborees, which can be implemented in camps as well. So it is a very big topic, but if we focus down into a jamboree concept, we have things like showers, where a clear segregation must be done from adults to youth participants, and also down to even swapping badges, because swapping badges with the adults and the participants should also be segregated, because the level of knowledge, the level of IQ and everything is a bit different. And these aspects are also very important in the Jamboree sense. And also, one thing about mental health and also safety is the term about listening ears. As you know, participants and also volunteers' well-being is the most important aspect of the Jamboree. You cannot be not happy at the Jamboree. And we at the regional and world level have this concept about listening ear, where a scout volunteer has a safe space for volunteers or participants to bring up any problems or issues. It is actually a safe space to talk anything in a private and confidential manner. And this is important in large scale events, because we care for our participants and also care for our volunteers. So that is what I can talk about from safe from harm aspect. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. These are certainly some important points that we keep in mind, and we should implement that in every level of scouting. Now, as we are doing our Jamboree show, I would like to remind you, all of you watching now, that if you have any content that you want us to show as AV, please send us your video content or any content that you want for your Jamboree preparation, and we will be featuring it on our official page. And you can email us on 32 APR Scout Jamboree Show at @gmail.com. Thank you very much.
So, our host, I have a question for you.
Oh,
So,
is it? Okay.
Yeah, here is a question for you. So, as you're doing really well, thank you so much for inviting us, and you're really doing a great job. So, tell me, are you going to our APR Jam?
Yes, I am. I am so excited, and I really wish to see each of you sitting with me here, and not just not just us, but every one of you who are watching this show. I really want to interact all the people that are going to be in our show. We would like to enjoy a lot together and view all the important parts of our shows. We'd like to show everyone that we are doing fun as well as we're learning something from our Jamboree.
Wow, it's really nice. So that was not my question actually. My question is,
You've done a
we
lot of
offer,
homework to catch me, I see.
yeah. So
Okay.
well, you already know we announced already our ELAN or like program for our upcoming APR Jamboree. Which one is your favorite part, and what do you think? What should be there more as a part of our activity or like program? I think you got my question.
Yes, I would. I think dancing is a good thing, as Addison mentioned. It is something beautiful, but I'm not a good dancer, and I really don't know how to dance. Yet I like to see dancing, especially during the campfire. And again, as Suprit mentioned, that water activities is his favorite. So I like water activities, but I would like to, give a thumbs up and a feast bump with Diane, that I like swapping most, because we get to share our favorite things with the people we like or we love in our camp, in our Jamboree. So that is the most favorite part that I have in Jamboree.
So wow, it's the thing is you love camping, right? Or the
Yeah.
campfire one.
Yeah. I do.
So thank you
I
so
like
much.
both.
We will be there, and we will see you dancing there.
No, if I said I don't know, I'm not a good dancer, and I don't know how to dance yet.
Yeah,
Who
we can
doesn't like to
try.
see the
We
event?
can try like our Edison. What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
Just try
It would
it.
be
Just
fun
try to
if
enjoy
you
the
guys,
moment, right?
it would be fun if you
Oh,
guys came. It sure would be fun if you guys came.
mhm.
Really. So I would like to, I would like to know from each of you. I mean, that's not any question. It's just my curiosity that I want to know from you. That how do you say, how are you in your language? If you could teach us, the viewers.
Oh, in the Philippines, it's simply kumusta ka? If you're talking to one person, if it's like a lot, it's kumusta kayo?
Kumusta kayo?
Okay. Kumusta kayo? Is it what it is?
Yes, perfect. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. How do I answer then?
Kumusta kayo too?
Yeah, you can just say I'm okay. Okay ako.
Okay. Okay. And Edison, would you like
and we
to
say "Cómo estás?" Oh, that's just
¿Cómo
kidding. That's
estás?
Spanish. Okay, that's Spanish. Okay, so in Hong Kong we speak Cantonese, which is also a language in Chinese. So we say 你好嗎?你好嗎?
你好嗎?
Yes,
你好
exactly.
嗎?
You're good at
Okay.
languages, right?
Okay, thank you. And how do I answer that?
Maybe you can say 我好好啊.
Sorry again.
我好好.
Ho ho.
Ho ho. Yeah, it's just like
ho,
Santa Claus saying ho 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 ho. It means good.
Ho ho. Okay. Ho
Yeah,
ho.
ho ho. Good.
Okay. Nei ho ma ho ho. Is it what it is?
Yes, exactly. Ho ho.
Okay. Okay. Would you like to say something, Zareen? Teach us, please.
Yeah, so in Malaysia, our national language is called Malay. So how are you is apa khabar?
Apa khabar?
Yep. And how you answer it is called khabar baik. So khabar means, like your feeling. So you ask like, how is your feeling? So you say khabar baik, which is like you feel good. But we also have other languages like Cantonese and also Mandarin, which like Addison said just now, and also Tamil, because Malaysia is quite a diverse country. So,
okay.
But the main one is Malay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, apa khabar and khabar baik. Is it what it is?
Yep, correct. Apa khabar and khabar baik.
Great. Okay, now would Supreet like to say? How do you say it?
Thank you. So in India, we have a lot of languages, a lot of official languages. So let me go down to my regional language. So I speak something called as Kannada. And in Kannada, you ask somebody, how are you doing? Like, Hengidira.
Hengidira.
Hengidira. Yeah, both are right. Hengidira.
Hengidira. Okay. Hengidira.
Yes. So you answer it with Chanagidini. So you're telling I'm good with all the excitement. So yeah.
Okay, can you come again?
Chanagidini.
Chanagidini. Is it what it is?
Yes, it's Chanagidini. Wonderful.
Chanagidini. Okay. Badhana, would I have to invite you to say it?
Yeah, sure.
They can learn it. Yeah.
Sure. So our language is Bangla. So we all say like this. If it's your friend or like your junior or like maybe senior, sometimes we say "Kemon acho?" Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. With respect, we say "Apni kemon achen?" or like "Kemon achen?"
Yes, we do. And do you all know how to answer that?
Okay, so the same answer, bhalo achi, for both of the question. Bhalo achi or like bhalo achi.
Yes. So whenever our friends are coming to our jamboree, I think we can have a good interaction by saying how are you in our own languages. Thank you so much for all this. Okay, so we're almost at the end. Dear friends, perhaps we're about to end our show for today, but we're certain to come again and again with new guests on our favorite, the Jamboree Show, until the end of our Jamboree. I invite all of you to stay connected with us and keep your eyes on the official Facebook page of Bangladesh Scouts as well of 32nd APR Scout Jamboree 2023. For now, we have gathered through this virtual platform, but soon we'll be meeting in the APRJ field and have a lot of fun together. We'll be waiting till the time arrives. So till then, stay safe, stay sound, and stay in fun. Bye. See ya.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, everyone. Bangla Scouts,
Thank
and thank you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
for
guys
being
just
our
don't leave.
guest.
You guys don't leave.
জনসংযোগ ও মার্কেটিং বিভাগের একটি প্রয়াস।
You guys to leave.